Yeah, sorry, the recording. I'd forgotten to start the recording. Yeah, so started the recording now.
I don't know why this is taking this much time.
Sometimes it does. Just do a refresh once. Is your network speed slow?
I'm not sure. But I'm able to access other sites.
Okay, maybe you can just close this. Just close this window. And there's so many other worksheets also open, I can see. Maybe you can close all of them. It's not opening, is it?
Yeah, it's not even responding.
Okay. Do you want to close all your tabs? Just open this URL once again. Just copy the URL and just open it in a new tab. Okay, never mind. I have the scripts. So what I'll do is I'll just share. In the meantime, if your screen comes back, let us know. Aroma. Okay, I'll start sharing my screen. If your screen comes back, let me know. Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Okay, guys. So what I did yesterday, I asked one of my previous batch students to send a script for this solution, and he mailed me the solution. So because I did not have that solution with me present on my folder here, so what I'll do is I'll simply run all his queries and show what he has done exactly, and then we will see how it visually looks. Because I'm more more interested to show you of how visually this would look once you create all this. Okay, so he has used account security admin. Okay, so he's creating a role dev, he's creating a role QA, he's creating a role prod. Okay, then he's creating a database dev DB. Okay, I should use sysadmin. Then he created dev DB schema for QA schema. Okay, prod DB prod schema. Okay, then he is giving grants on warehouses to all these. Okay, then he has created some users. Okay, so he's created two users per team. Okay, fine. Let me do that. Sufficient privileges. Okay, so we don't have for users, we need security admin. All users created. What else? Then he's giving grant usage on database to dev, to role dev. Okay, and create. So see, he is giving grant usage on database dev to role dev, grant usage on schema dev DB, schema to role dev, then create table on schema to role dev. Okay, let's do that. Done. So this part here is done. Created all the users, created all the roles, created all the databases, and then these privileges, this dev related privileges he has given to dev role. Till here we are done. Okay, let's see now next what he did. So he is giving uh, on prod database also. Okay, we'll see prod later. Okay, now see, he is supposed to give that grant role, that dev role to prod role. So he's giving that here. Okay, so he's giving the role dev to role prod, right? Okay, so this is also done. He has given, so now these privileges are with prod role also. So next, let's see what he's doing. Yeah. On QADB, he is giving all the same privileges to QA for the QA related DB usage and all that. He's given it to role QA for QADB. Now he will give this QA role to dev and prod both, because that is our requirement. So somewhere here, he might have done that, yeah. So this is the one. So earlier he had also given separately privileges to each role. So when I told them about how you should do like this, then they changed the script. Now QA part is also done. This part is done. We gave these privileges to QA role, and QA role gave these privileges to uh, prod and dev. Guys, am I audible?
Yes, yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I don't know. My voice was echoing, I think. Cool. So next is prod. Prod is remaining. So let's go to prod. We need to give all those set of privileges to prod, create table and all that. So here we do that. We give grant usage on database prod, usage on schema, and create table on schema to prod. But this privileges, this prod role, we cannot give to dev role, because these privileges are not supposed to be there with the dev role. Only he can select, the team of development can do a select on the table. That's all. So then we would need a separate set of privileges on dev. So here he has given a separate set of privileges to dev for prod. So usage or database, if you want to see that database here visible to you, you need to give usage here. If you want to see the schema visible, you will have to give the usage here. And see, he has given something called as future, which means any table that gets created currently, also any table which is existing in prod DB, and in future any table which gets created, that will have a select privilege on dev role. Okay, you can give specific tables also, guys. It's not necessary that you have to give all of them. You can say select table, select on this particular table, you can say that also. But this means that even which tables are not created now, in future if any table will come, we will have this dev role giving access to that particular table also. So you don't have to keep a track every time you do a release. And if there is a new table going on, you don't have to give the grants of selection to the team again, whoever requires that privileges, because you've already said that future roles, future tables will be accessible to this particular role or this particular team. Okay, so that's what he has done. So this is a separate privilege set he's giving to dev. Done. I think all of this is done now. All this is done. Nothing remains. Cool. Now,
Abdul,
yeah,
I have one question. The line
yeah.
74, right? So technically, if you see the future tables in the schema only should be given the role. It looks like the future tables in database prod DB. How future table privilege is being set on database level.
For that, we will just go and check on the
You got my
privileges
question,
also.
right?
Yeah, I got you. You're saying to give on schema level, right?
Yeah, because the future table should be at schema level. What I understand, maybe that's what I believe.
No. What you're saying is fine only.
Is there any schema level future tables as well as database level future? Is there anything?
Okay, so firstly, if you look at this, it is not giving on database level. It is saying it is giving on tables. Select statement, select privilege, it's giving on tables. It is saying to give on which database. It's saying give it in this database.
Yeah, Abdul. And how the same way, line 70, grant create table on schema, prod schema to role prod, right? The same way it should be grant select on future tables in schema, prod DB to role dev. That is how it should be, or this is correct. I don't know, but it looks odd to me. That's why I asked.
Yeah, see what it will do is, see what you can always say in database in schema like this also you can say.
So
Okay.
remove the database. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, just a minute.
Yeah, we will try. Just curious. Yeah.
It also
It
works.
works.
See, what happens is if you want to give it on a database level for all this, all
It
the
applies to
tables.
all the schemas.
Yeah,
That is wrong, right?
No, it is not wrong. It is up to your requirement. I mean, if you want this particular role to have access on all the schemas in the database for selection, I mean, so you can just give this whole statement at one go. But if you want to limit it, you want to say, okay, only one schema, it should be there. You can just say like this also. In prod. Wait, I will just go and check that. Just a minute. Let me see the syntax. Okay, where is future?
Because yesterday I was searching this privilege, the feature privileges, but it shows at schema level. That is what.
See. So this is a very good blog which says how grants behave when you define the future grants at database and schema level. Okay, so you can give it at schema level also, you can give it at database also. So it's not like that. So when working with future grants, most of the time it is noted that even though the appropriate privileges run to select statement on future table as granted at database level to a role, yet the role is not able to query select on the table and returns insufficient error. In this article, we will explain the behavior when defined both at database and schema levels. Okay, so even if you give it at a database level, select future grant on database level, it might happen that still you might not be able to select. Okay, but why is that? Because see what they did was they just gave this select. What did they do here? Maybe I'll do it here only. Just no time to read the article.
They are creating they are creating table and giving grant to database level. That is what they are doing in the website page.
No, I know. Just a second. Okay, I have revoked this usage on schema for role dev. Okay, and I am giving future select on at a database level to this prod to this on prod db to role dev. Okay, let me also grant this role to myself first. Otherwise, I'll not be able to switch to it. What happened?
Role name.
Oh, yeah. Okay, then now let me switch to dev. Okay, see now. I'm able, so the database that we had created was devdb, right? This is devdb and schema. Sorry, proddb it was. I revoked from proddb. Revoke usage on proddb, right? This one.
Can you create a table, sample table in ProdDB?
I will have to give that prod role. Okay, sorry. No. This I need to change role here also. See, I had revoked the usage on schema, prod schema here, although I had given a select on future tables. See, let me give this again. Let me give the grant. Let me give the usage grant on schema. Sorry, I need to keep changing this sysadmin. Okay, I'm giving the grant to dev role for the schema. Okay, and already I've given this future select. Okay, so this has to be given by prod role only because that is the owner of the owner can only give the grant of its own objects, right? Prod here. Okay. Now let me give the select on all future there. Insufficient privileges to operate on database. Okay. I think it just gave the privilege to prod, right? Prod DB to role dev on future tables in database. And this is fine. This is also fine. Insufficient privileges. Owner is sysadmin. Any idea why this is not working?
Owner of the schema and database is different. Maybe that is the only reason could be.
No. See, owner is sysadmin and schema is also sysadmin. He created these schemas and all these prods using this sysadmin role. But I just gave some time back. I remember when I ran this, it had run properly. I'm not sure what happened. Okay, anyway, maybe what I'll do is I'll create tables in this.
So it is fine. We'll see. Maybe whenever we get chance, we can proceed now. If you have the
Yeah, that's fine. I'll just do this thing. Just give me one moment only. There is that prod. Okay. Prod should be able to create a table. I just gave that grant to prod, right, to create a table. So one, let me give it this name. Yeah, it's able to do it. And then this dev role should be able to select. Yeah, it's able to select. So why was it giving error? So I mean, to answer your question, you can give on both levels. Okay, all future of tables for all future tables. But you are saying why do you have to give on tables? You're saying like that, right? You know why you are giving at database level, why you are not given on schema level. That's what you're trying to say, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So if you want a particular team to have access on all the schemas and all the tables in your database, then you cannot keep writing the schema names like this, right? Grad future tables in schema prod dot schema one, prod dot schema two.
Yeah. Abdul, I got it.
Yeah.
I got it.
I mean,
So
if you have a specific schemas only in your database which you want to give access, then you can give separately also. Just like this. Grant you select future tables in schema. That's it. Just a schema you can give. But if your requirement is that in that particular database, you want to give select access on all the schemas and all the tables in those schemas, that time you can use such kind of statements for your ease. That is the
yeah, I
reason they
will.
are given.
No, I will go through the page and see what happened. What is the difference when it throws error when we have at database level and when we don't have at schema level? When it throws error, I will check the page. We can proceed now.
Yeah. Okay. So I have sent
Abdul,
that. Yeah.
I see both are valid. See, because in our project, we do have users accessing only the reporting layer. So we would be providing access to them only to that schema, not the all other schema where we have a dimension table, fact, and staging table. So the developers where we have access to the all other schemas. So we do have access at the database level, should be fine, and for the users at only at the schema level. So I think both is fine here based on the
Yeah,
requirement.
yeah, that's what I'm saying, trying to tell you that whenever it's about your requirement, if there is a team which needs select access on all the schemas in your database and all the tables in your database, that time this particular statement is handy. Because I mean, if suppose you did not have this statement, grant select future tables in database. Suppose you did not have this. Okay. So you will have to write this, and you had say 10, 100 schemas in your database. So you would have to write this statement 100 times, correct? To give each schema select privilege. But when you know that your team needs selection privilege on all the schemas, all you have to do is like how in this page also what they did, what they said, give usage on all the schemas in the database, okay, and then select all the tables in the database. That's what they did. So this is about your development team, which you're talking about, Oromono. But if you're reporting users, for them, if you want to specify a particular schema, that okay, particular schema only you are supposed to, query into. You're not supposed to do on all the schemas and all the databases. That time, see here, you can give select future tables in schema only.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that is why they have given both these statements.
Mm-hmm.
So as per you, I mean, what is your requirement? It depends on that. So
Yeah,
this
understood.
So this student of mine, maybe he thought I want to give it on all. Maybe he did like that. Okay. So I'm not sure why he did, because anyway, if he is just giving on schema, if he's giving usage on one schema only, so he should have said in schema here. Okay. Because there's no point saying this, because anyway, you don't have access to all the schemas. He is giving schema only to this prod schema. He's not giving it to other schemas also. So there's no point giving this in this case. But the idea is Snowflake provides you with both these syntaxes.
Abdul, can you go back to that Notepad++?
This one?
Yeah. See, if line 49 is executed, then 48 will not be in use, right? So that takes precedence, line 49. So if I get access at the database level, then still I'll be able to access all the schemas, right?
No, that is what happens. See, if I see here, I just showed that only. See, I'm giving this grant usage on database to role dev. Okay, I just gave this, and I'm going to revoke the usage on schema level, which is as good as not giving usage on schema. Okay. Now, if I go and change it to dev role and I refresh it, see, although I have given usage on database, but I have not given usage on schema, so I will not be able to see it. So it's not this is not related to precedence. If you give usage on database, it is only that you will be able to see the database here. Okay. On the vice versa, let's now give the grant on schema level. Okay. And refresh it. Grant usage on prod.schema to role dev. So I'm on role dev only. Sometimes it behaves really awkward. Why is it not showing now? Shit. Grant usage on schema level this. Okay. I think by mistake I ran some other statement above. See, I just granted this usage on schema. So now it's visible to me, right? Earlier I had just granted on database and not on schema. So schema was not visible, correct? So it's not like that. It will not take precedence. Now I'll do one more thing. I will revoke the usage on database. Okay. I will not revoke on schema level. I will just revoke on database. On database from role dev. Okay. I need to change this. Done. Okay, so I revoke the usage on prod, so I'm not seeing it now, correct? Even though I have usage on the schema.
Mm-hmm.
So what good is it if I have usage on schema, but I don't have usage on database? So this security layer is very tight. I mean, at each and every layer, you have a very tight security. Okay, somebody might have given you accidentally the usage on schema, but you are not supposed to get access on database. So you don't have access on database, which means even though you have access on schema, you cannot go to that level unless you have access on database. And vice versa is also possible. You have access on database, but you don't have access on schema. So even if you're able to see the database, you cannot go into the schema. Okay. Same is possible. You have select statement, select privilege available on the table, but if you don't have access on on database and schema only, you will never be able to select that.
So in order to access a table, we should have access to database, schema, and then table also, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
Correct. So now I will give this access back to the dev role on database.
No,
Okay.
Abdul, the table is not required. If you give access to schema and database level, that is enough. All the tables belongs to the schema of the database should be accessible. Right? This
No.
future.
Future.
Yeah.
If you give this future, you have to give.
Yeah.
Of course. If you give this grant, then obviously everything will be accessible.
Yeah, technically, if you want to conclude, we should have access at both level, right?
For table access, right?
The table access for all. If you want to access present current table and future table in presented in one of the schema, right?
Yeah.
Then grant should be given to both schema level and database level.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So what I have done here is I have revoked the access on database, but I have still kept it on schema level. Okay, so I'm not able to access it anyway. Now I will give back the usage of database prod. Okay, I'm giving it back. I have to change this role. Where is it? Yeah. So I'm giving it back to dev. Okay, and see the schema usage is already there. Okay, on the dev. I did not revoke it. So if I go back to dev, so I still have that. Now I am able to use this schema. Okay, and if I further expand it, I had given this grant select on future tables in database to role dev. I'm able to see them as well. I can select it. Now what I'll do is to demonstrate what Shiva was saying, I will go back to sysadmin. I will create one more schema in ProdDB. Some other schema. Okay. So see, we have these two schemas. In ProdDB, I am creating one more schema. Maybe say prod schema. Okay. Or say schema 2. Let's call it schema 2. I have just created it using sysadmin role. What is it saying? Schema 2. Okay. I need to change this role. Because all the above tabs here, they are controlled by this user. Okay. And the other worksheet ones are controlled by the context user that you have selected. Schema 2. Okay. Finish. Done. Let me come back. Okay. Now let me create. Let me refresh it. So I have this schema 2 here, right? Now let me change here to schema 2. This is a new schema I just created. Huh? Now create table the schema 2 tab. See number. Cool. I have created a new table here, schema 2 tab. Now, what we had done was, here we had given select on future tables in database prod db to role dev, correct? So if I go back to dev, I mean, as a dev role, if I switch this role here to dev role, will I be able to do a select on this table, schema 2 tab? That's my question. If I open a new, you understood, right? I created a brand new schema, created a table on it through sysadmin role. And already before we have given access uh, on select future tables to dev role. So if I now select dev role, will I be able to access schema 2 tab? Okay, Arumugam needs to drop. Okay, no problem. Maybe it's some.
Abdul,
Yeah.
now you have access only at database level, not at schema level, right? The grant, future on grant, we have only at database level or we have both?
No, here, let me go back this. Where is that? See here. Grant select on futures, tables in database, prod to role dev.
Now the role is only on database level, not at the schema level, right? It's a new schema, right?
Yeah.
So we then it won't. We should not. We won't be able to access the new tables. That is what I believe.
Yeah. So I'll just change this here. Okay. So we have this prod DB. Obviously, we had given the usage on dev role. Let's go. So see, it's not at all able to see the schema at all. So even if I give a, that's what I was trying to tell you, Shiva, earlier. Even if I give this whole thing, this grant select on future tables on the database, all the tables are under the database. But if I have not given the schema access also, this won't matter. Because
that
here,
is what, that is what I'm telling. The script that you are running, right? The someone script, right? That also should have the schema level access.
Yeah, he should have given it. I mean, that is fine. He should have given that, but this is not an incorrect statement. It depends on your.
No, I'm not saying incorrect statement. So I see it is at the database level. I thought, okay, I just don't know how it works. That is why I raised the question. I'm not saying it is wrong.
Okay. So you wanted to know the difference, right? Like when do you give at database level? And
yes. What happens if you give schema level, not at the prod level? What if happens when you give the prod level, not at schema level? That is what the page, I think the material, Snowflake material explains in this website.
Correct. So if like what Arumugam just said about his use case, like his development team needs select statement on all the tables. So say consider if our dev team needs on all the schemas, okay, and all the tables, suppose. So all we need to do is grant usage on all schemas in database prod db to role dev. We did this. If we go now to this worksheet and do a refresh, we'll be able to see the schema 2 now. And now, if I go here, I'll be able to see the schema 2 tab.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. How it works. Structurally, I got it. For example, if database is the top level, in the down, if you have 5 schemas, if you want access, it should be access should be given. If you want access only for the particular schema, you should give privileges on the schema 1 and the database.
Yes.
For example, I am the role. I'm only restricted to be restricted in the schema 1 of the database DB1. The access should be given at the both schema 1 and the DB1.
Correct.
Right? Right. If I'm the other role, which is schema 2, only access to the some schema which is reporting, then it is the schema 2 and the DB. Both.
Right.
If a role can access all the schemas in the DB1, so give access to all schemas, feature tables on all schema to the role as well as the DB.
Yes.
Right.
I think
I got it now. What the page explains now. Yeah.
Right. So this is I just created schema 3 also just now. Okay, and if I go back to my dev here and if I refresh it, I should be, where did I create it? Schema 3. And if I change here, it should have brought schema 3 also, but I don't know why it did not bring. I had given this insufficient privileges to operate on database. I don't know what's happening. I mean, I think we need to, it just gave the schema, I mean, level access just now, sometime back. We just saw it give the access, right? And that's how we were able to see schema 2. Okay, on all schemas, or maybe is this the one? Sysadmin is there. Okay. Yeah, we're able to see this schema 3 now. If I go and create one more, I think that future thing is not for schemas. It's only for tables. That's what I think. And if I again go back to that worksheet, sysadmin can see the schema 4. And now again, if I give this grant, okay. Okay, so this future thing is not there for schemas, Shiva. It's only for tables. Okay, so this once you create another schema, you will have to run this on all schemas again. I don't know if there is a future syntax available for this on schemas or not. We can check that, but with this statement at least it's not working. You will have to again come and give this statement back. So now I see, now I don't have any table created in schema 4. Okay, so if I go and change it to schema 4, I don't have anything created there. Okay, let me create a table there. This is a future table, right? It is not there yet. So if I create this table in schema 4 now, you can see there is a table created newly here, and already we had given a select privilege on future for role dev. Correct. So if I go and refresh it, see, I'm able to see. I did not have to explicitly go and give that select statement again. So that is the I mean, help that we can get if you want such kind of requirements. And if I do select on schema 4 underscore tab, I'll be able to select. So that is basically what is meant by giving future privileges. Okay. Anyway, so Shiva, this is clear now. Okay. So guys, till now we did this whole exercise. Okay. We gave privileges to dev role. Dev role was assigned to prod role. Prod QA went to dev and prod both, and so much of things we did here. So now if you want to go and see the metadata for this, okay, so here you can go and the tables for metadata is, you can go to your Snowflake share account usage, and these are your metadata for roles and users where you can get their grants. Okay, so this grants to roles and grants to users. So here you can check what all grants your particular role has. So for example, let's talk about some particular role. Let's do a select from this where then grantee underscore name is dev. Yeah. So see what all privileges we are given. We gave usage on database. On which database? Prod dev. Okay. We gave usage on schemas also. Which schema? On schema which was in DevDB, schema which was in ProdDB. We gave usage on warehouse also. We assigned this role. We got this role from QA also. QA role was assigned to dev, right? So that also it's showing. Then we gave this create table on schema level, on schema name. So this is schema level, granted on schema level. And what was the name of the schema? Schema only, and dev on the dev DB. So this way you can go and check the metadata. Okay. So if we go and check for prod, you will see two prod roles, two roles given to it. Apart from the other usage and create and all that. So you have seen it was given two roles, right? One was given as dev role and one was given as QA role. So that means prod inherited the privileges of dev role and inherited the privileges of QA role also. And apart from that, it has its own privileges, the other privileges that we give. Okay. Then if you talk about privileges that were given to users, so users normally don't get privileges directly. They get uh, roles assigned to them, right? So if you go here, select star from do grants to users, and maybe let's talk about wanted to talk about maybe prod user. Okay. So the script I had just created. I mean, one of my previous students who created, he had created a few users also, right? So here, if you see, he had created these users. For prod, he created these two users, prod U1 and prod U2. So if we go here and want to look for prod U1, what all privileges it has. So see, it has got security admin privilege, role, sorry. We have not yet assigned that prod role to it. So let me go and assign that prod role. Or let me check if he has that script somewhere. Okay. So now we are assigning the roles to users. See, role dev to dev1 and dev2, QA role to Q1, Q2, and prod role to prod U1 and U2. So let me just quickly assign it. Grant not executed. So guys, we need to change it to security admin. Okay, now done. Now again, let me query this. Okay, so although I have assigned that particular grant to this prod, still it is not showing me what it is. It should have shown me here that I have assigned prod role to this prod U1, right? It should have shown me here. Any idea why it's not showing me? Shiva, any idea why we are not able to see, or Vinod?
Because the role which we assigned is from the prod, right?
Yeah, so I assigned, yeah, so if we see here, we assigned prod role to prod U1, correct?
Yeah,
So in this metadata here, to users, so prod U1 is a user, right? This is a user.
user one.
Yeah, this is a user. Prod U1 is a user. And we gave the role prod to it. Okay.
Correct.
So this is the table, this is the view, sorry, not table, grants to users in account usage share, that I'm trying to see for prod U1 what all roles have been assigned to it. Okay. So I'm trying to see what all roles have been assigned, but I'm not, if I'm doing this, I'm not still able to see it. So any idea like why not able to see?
It is specific to that user prod underscore U1, right?
Yeah. What that role?
Yeah,
This,
the prod role is being specific to that prod user one, prod underscore U1. So it will be showing only that.
It is given to you too also.
Okay.
I just gave, you can give one role to any number of users. So I gave to both. See, I gave to both.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm asking like why this is not showing here. Like,
I'm not sure. It should the both for U1, since you grant the name equal to U1, the role that we gave, right? That should have been appeared here. That is what I believe.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
So
know.
why is it not?
Has to
That's what.
their account with the Snowflake.
No idea about that.
No idea, because are you accessing from which schema does that mean? And the worksheet schema is?
Yeah, this I'm with account admin, in fact.
Okay, code admin have very not sure. I don't know.
Okay. So guys, we are working on account usage. This is a share from Snowflake. We had discussed about account usage and information schema, if you guys remember. So do you remember some property of latency?
Yeah, yes. There are some for 30 minutes or 40 minutes latency. Right, yeah.
Yeah.
That you told me. I forget.
Yeah. So this,
For anything which is coming from the share, there will be
yeah.
latency.
So this will reflect after some time. Okay, guys. Around 30-40 minutes, then only it will start reflecting, because account usage metadata, whenever you try to check there, it's always having latency there. That is the problem. Okay. So we will check it after some time once we have this. So yeah, so everything is done. I mean, we have fired all the commands. Every user is getting its correct privileges. But I wanted to show you the visualization. But until this thing comes back, it will be a little difficult to show you that. So anyway, we'll wait for this for some time. And in the meantime, we will start with the new topic. But before that, any other doubts on this users and roles, this whole activity which we did here?
No, so the only question I had was, even though if we have given the future access to database level, we also have to give in the granular level, which is schema level. Both
Yeah.
is required, right? That is what the conclusion.
Yeah. Not
Right.
only future table, even if there is an existing table, suppose. Suppose if there is an existing table, you simply give grant select on that table. Okay.
Yeah.
But if you are not given usage on the database and usage on the schema, you will not be able to select it.
Yeah. So all the level should be given. It's not about if you give the lower level, so higher level, all the lower level will be automatically cascaded. We have to give in all the levels. Yeah. Got it.
Yes. So for example, this is, I'll just give you, so this is just last example I will give. So this is demo DB and this is employee basic one. We have not touched during this exercise demo DB. We created fresh tables, fresh databases tables and all. Okay. So this is an existing table, employee basic one, right? So what I'll do is I'll give select privilege on the dev role that we just created today, only on this table. I will do just that. Okay. And I will not give any usage or anything, usage on database or usage on your schema level. I will not do that. Okay, so I will just say give grant select on table, existing table I'm giving emp underscore basic underscore one full dev. Okay, and I will change it here because it is belonging to demo database, right? Okay, I have given this access to dev. This is an existing table. So if I say select star from demo underscore db dot public dot emp underscore basic underscore one. Okay. So currently I am in the sysadmin role. Okay. Now see, I have just given select privilege on this particular existing table to role dev. I have not given any privilege apart from this for this particular database or schema. Now I will go and change that role to dev. Okay. Let's change it. Okay. So I'm able to select, because guys, this is not a good example because demo DB and util DB by default are accessible to anything that you create in database, any role. Okay, that is by default given to everyone. So I think that is not a good example. What can we do? Create a schema. And where did I create that database? Okay. Create. I'm creating a table under that schema now. Okay, I created one table. This is an existing table now. So if I go here to sysadmin, okay, so I have this temp database here. I have this temp schema and I have this temp tab also. So okay, so I can access it because anyway I am sysadmin is the owner, so he can access it. So now what I'll do is I'll give a grant of select on this particular table to role dev. Done. I have not given any other privilege on this database to role dev. Okay. So now if I change it here to role dev, see, I'm not able to even see that database here. See, it says the temp database does not exist or not authorized. Okay, so even if I give a select privilege on the table, if I've not given that privilege on database, no use. Okay. Now let me give grant usage on schema. This is my schema. Role dev. Sorry, I need to change the role here. Okay, now I have given the usage on schema. I'll change it back here to dev. See, still I'm not able to see that schema, neither the table. And if I go and again do a select, still it will say not authorized. Okay. Now let's go and give usage on that database finally. So I'll just give usage on database level. Need to change this again. Grant usage on.
Spelling mistake.
Yeah,
Database.
yeah. Done. Okay. Now again I will go back to give the role there. See, now finally I'm able to see the temp database also, temp schema also, temp tab also. And now if I do a select, I can select. So the layer of security is quite high in this. Okay, so you have to give all this. To give a select, one select on the table, you have to give these two also before that. So that's how it works. Okay, so I hope no doubts in this. It's a little confusing topic. So because that's why I gave this particular exercise. So if we do all this, it will clear our concepts. And I was going to tell you about future privileges also. So he had himself given this statement here. So good, we covered it because of that also. So yeah. So guys, but always remember the thumb rule. You can always if you want to know the kind of privileges, there are so many privileges existing in Snowflake, right? So just always go to write all privileges. You will get something called as access control privileges. Go to access control privileges here, and this list here, at what level, what kind of privilege you can give. Everything will be here. You see, so many of them are there. Under them also 4 5 privileges, 5 6 privileges will be there. So yeah, I will just copy this here again. And the overall concept, owner is always the role, not the user. Okay. So even that is a very important concept to understand. If you understand these two things, your access framework is done. You don't need to understand anything else. Okay, cool. So still not come up. Cool. We will start. So we have how much time? We have half an hour more. So fine. We will start with new topic. In case you guys don't have any questions on this, I'll give a brief overview of the new topic. So guys, consider. I'll tell you the name of the topic, but let me just explain a scenario to you all. See, consider this is our account, and we have warehouses that we can create of different sizes, clusters, and all that. Okay, so consider we have a few warehouses in our system running for some processes. Okay, so we know that Snowflake will charge you on a monthly basis. Okay, so these charges will come to you in the form of credits, right? The consumption credits charges will be based on that, and obviously as pay per use for whatever time you use these warehouses, they will burn some credits, and those credits will ultimately be uh, converted to money. And this will always be on a monthly basis. Okay, so you are you're paying for them on a monthly basis. You are getting, okay, this in January, you know you got this 100 credits. Just giving an example. Let's say on Feb you got 100 credits, it's all going good. March you got say 120 credits, it's okay, it's within your budget. Suddenly you come to May, and suddenly this is an expected amount of credits, suppose, from your analyst team, technical analyst team, or technical architect team, not analyst. So say suddenly comes May, and suddenly you see that, okay, they suddenly consumed 500 credits. Okay, and you have not kept a tab of this. You have not kept a historical tab, and you have not, you're not, since you don't remember the historical credits, you also have not, you know, got, say, surprised by this sudden surge, right? Then suppose this goes on for, say, June, July, August, and November, again, some 700 credits. And suddenly you see that, okay, you're going over budget, right? So in this case, there should be a mechanism or alarm kind of thing, right? For example, in the cloud technologies like AWS and Azure and all that, it's okay. They say pay as per you go, whatever service you use for the time you use, you pay as per that. But they also give you a facility called as billing alarm, right? Which gives you a time to time utilization metrics of your resources, right? Okay, this particular resource has been used for this amount of time, and it has been charged this much. So they keep sending you those reports or those notifications, so that, okay, you are on your toes, and if something drastically is going up in terms of your expenses, then you will have to go and look into that. Okay, so there has to be an alarm mechanism which shows you, okay, this month you consumed this many credits, guys, this month you consumed so many credits. Okay, or suppose you were supposed to burn something between 100 to 120 credits. That was your estimate. Suppose that every month 100 to 120 credits are fine to be consumed, but suddenly your May comes and 500 credit comes. It should not let you consume it. It should stop it as soon as 100 credits are consumed. Within, say, from 1st May to, say, 10th May or 15th May, you already consumed 100 credits. So it should stop and tell you, see that your threshold has been reached. Okay, see what to do. We are stopping the billing. We are basically suspending it right now. Just go and revisit it and see what has happened. Okay, so that unnecessarily you are not charged. I mean, ultimately you have to get your work completed. That is a secondary issue, but it will not go on for a month, and suddenly at the end of month it will say, okay, it is now 500 credits. or this could be even more. In June, say in November, maybe it could be 2,000 credits. Okay, so it will not. You should not be waiting for a month to complete, and then okay, suddenly they say okay 2,000 credits. You'll be like surprised. Okay, earlier it was all 100, 120, 130, and suddenly 2,000 credits. What happened? So you should have got an alarm, or you should have got a, what do you call, advance warning, right? So to keep tab on such things or the credit consumption, Snowflake provides us with an object called resource monitor.
So this is equal to cloud trial service of AWS, right?
Yeah, CloudWatch. Yeah, CloudWatch. Yeah.
Sorry, CloudWatch. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not cloud trial, CloudWatch. Yeah. Okay,
Yes.
but the CloudWatch also tells the utilization of CPU, disk, everything, EC2 instances, everything, right? So do we have the facility for the seeing the usage of our nodes and CPU utilization, etc. on this service? On the
See, you don't have the EC2 exact EC2 statistics available, but you have the warehouse consumption, like what was the utilization of the warehouses. So we have seen all that in that. You remember I had shown you that view, metering. What was that? Metering, warehouse metering history or something. There also, and if you want to see in the form of say visualization, go to account admin. And go to account. This is the usage here, usage. Okay. So if you click, see, if you click on this, it will show you each month, days, how much it was used. And each, or you can click on each warehouse and see the usage. Like this. And here, of course, you will get the billing amounts that you are supposed to pay. Right now, it's all going free, so they are not showing anything.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, you can proceed.
And there's one more thing. Just a second. Is if you go to history, so, okay, this anyway history I will tell you later. I mean, it will otherwise confuse you right now. Too many things to consume otherwise. Okay, so history also you can see a lot of things, but here you can see the usage, guys, and you can download it also. Okay, so this is how you can see it, and there was one metadata table in account usage. It was called as warehouse metering credits or something. Queries to check consumption. See, I have anyway uploaded this into our drive. Okay, so see, warehouse metering history. So it will tell you how much of credits was consumed, which warehouse did that, and all that. Okay, so if you do a select star on this, it will show you a lot of statistics, like by user wise also you can see account wise, user wise, warehouse wise, session wise. You can go and see all that stuff. Okay, and this is part of account usage. So we had studied this. If you recall, we had studied this particular thing. But if you're saying that, okay, behind the scenes, as we know, AWS uses, Snowflake uses EC2 instances for compute resources. If you want to go and exactly see those utilizations, then no, I have not seen that ever. That cannot be seen, I guess, because it is as good as you are not supposed to know what Snowflake is, which EC2 machine they're providing.
I understand. Abdul. My question was, see, the EC2 warehouse, right? The warehouse is the layer which performs whatever EC2 does in AWS, right? So
Yeah.
if I want to see, okay, this node, this cluster is consuming 95% of the utilization or 98% of the utilization, then I should get alarm. Right? I have a warehouse, right?
Yeah.
Extra large, right? Or large or small, right?
Yeah.
So I have which is 1 node or 2 node, right? I set the maximum of 5 or 6 scale up, right? So
Yeah.
it is working on 5 no clusters, right? And 2 nodes. For 10 of my nodes are occupied, it is working in 98 or 99% of utilization, right?
Okay,
So
like you
can
have
we
these
set?
clusters here inside this warehouse.
Yeah. I have a this is small, right? Extra small, 2 nodes. Yeah, I have a multiple cluster like that, right? Let's say
Yeah.
the maximum is 3 clusters, right?
Yeah.
So my warehouse one
Yeah.
is running in the 98% utilization. All of my 2 clusters, right?
Yeah.
2 clusters, 4 nodes are completely occupied, completely, which is almost 98% it is utilized. So I
Yeah.
want to know this situation, and I wanted to increase one more cluster. So
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
can
So what you can do is, see, there is
I
here
should get alerted? That is what the CloudWatch does in AWS.
So here, so the query history, right? It shows
Huh.
you which clusters it was using, either the cluster number 1 or 2 or whatever, that it will show you. But resource monitor, like if you're saying that it should be at a granular level, that say this is my warehouse, and if my cluster 1 consumes certain X credits and my cluster 2 consumes say Y credits, so then I should be alerted. That is your question?
My question is, okay, I'm running a query, right?
Yeah.
I'm running a query. The query uses in cluster 1.
Yeah, this
right?
one. Yeah.
Yeah, it is accessing 99% of the utilization of this warehouse.
Yeah.
But it is query is taking a long time. It is using 99%.
Yeah.
So this resource monitor, can the resource monitor able to alert me? Okay, this is the warehouse. This is the cluster which is running in 99% utilization. Is there any way? We will talk about the credits, right? How much credit you use, that is fine. That you are going to explain us. Right?
Yeah. So no, this resource monitor is only specific to credits.
Okay. Yeah, that is what
Yeah. So it is. So yeah, see, I mean, I understand CloudWatch gives you a lot of other things. I mean, the metrics and the utilizations and all. It is a little vast, but resource monitor is not that. Resource monitor is only for the cost effectiveness.
I came to know the moment you started explaining it. That is what it's only capable of.
Yes. I understand CloudWatch has more, facilities or features. It's not like that with resource monitor. Okay. So yes, you can draw certain analogies from it, but yes, exactly, it's not like that. So yeah. So continuing with this, so there is a object provided by by Snowflake, which monitors your warehouses. That okay, once you consume a certain limit, I am going to take certain action or notify the concerned team, and they can take certain actions. Or there could be predefined functions, or which you can say that okay, if this certain threshold is reached, you notify us also, and you take so and so actions also. Don't wait for us. That also you can do. Or you can just say, okay, if this threshold reaches, don't take any action. Just tell us or notify us, and then we will see what to do. So both are possible. Okay. So that is the role of resource monitor, and it helps you to keep your budgets in control, and go and see why you're going over budget. Is it really needed and all that? So resource monitor is also at account level. Okay. So which means obviously by account admin, and account admin, you will be able to see it as an account admin, because this tab will be visible that time only. Okay. And if you go, so you see this resource monitors, yes. So this is the place where we create our resource monitors. See, it also says set limits on your account's credit consumption with resource monitors. Okay, so it is exclusively to monitor your warehouses and see see to it that they are not consuming the credits as exceeding the consumption of credits. So this is the feature what Snowflake provides at the account level. Okay, so in this diagram that we have for the levels, we have not mentioned resource monitor here, but yeah, there are, apart from these also, there are many other objects. So resource monitor is one which is lying here at this stage, at this level. Okay. So many folks dropped out because of internet issues or something. So I will not go into detail of this because it will take another 40-50 minutes. I think we just have 15 minutes left. So we will stop here. Okay. And let's see if this has come back. Oh, cool. Nice. So guys, as you can see, we have this back here. So we had assigned this prod role to prod one, correct? This script here. We had assigned this here, correct? So if we look for prod 2 also, it will come to us. We are assigned to that also, this prod role. Okay, but this prod 2 guys can access dev database also, can access QA database also. Then why is that role not here? Do you notice that? See, we had given dev role also, right? And QA role also. If prod 2, if I log it with prod 2, it will be able to see dev DB also, QA DB also, correct? So that is not visible here. Do you know why? Any idea?
So you are selecting grants to users, not
Yes.
grants to role.
Correct, absolutely. So the prod role was given those grants. The dev role and QA role, that was given to prod role, not to the users directly, right? So prod role inherited dev role and QA role. Okay, so in turn, users, whichever user will get prod role will also inherit those roles, QA and dev role. So if we go to prod here, we will be able to see those roles which are given to prod role. Okay, this in the grants to roles here, we'll be able to see that. So let me go and see that. See, these two roles we had given to prod role, right? Dev and QA. So which in turn will also be given to those users of the prod team. Okay. Now, since this has come back, we can see the visualization currently of how our database is looking. So I will go and take out my JSON query. Because this will give you a good kind of visualization. Maybe I'll just go to the Snowflake inspector directly. No, we have it. And guys, if you want to see all the available roles in your database, right? So there's this function called current available roles. If you click it, it will give you a JSON formatted field, and it will give you all the roles that are there in your database. Sorry, not database. Sorry, account. Sysadmin, account admin, dev role, prod, and all that. Okay, all these are there in your account. Okay. Sorry, my bad. It's not database. Okay, so this is the query which I had shown you guys yesterday, which is taken from the Snowflake inspector, which a company has created. The company is called HashMap Inc. something. They have created this, and they create a JSON formatted users and roles relationship data. And if you put it into their website, this whole file, our separated file, if you feed it to their website, it will give you a visualization of how the roles and users are related to each other. So let me download it. Okay. And this site, guys, is not related to Snowflake. Okay. It's not related to Snowflake. These are some independent companies who have created this. Okay. So you go to this link. People who were not there yesterday, I will paste it for them also. Go to this link, click on new visualization. And this is the same query which I fired there. Same query. It creates a user role relationship in the JSON format. Okay, now I will browse. We have to just feed the downloaded file to it. This results. Okay, visualize. See, guys. On the top is our users. Okay. Below also there are users only. So this color is users, and this color is your roles. So see, if I talk about, say, prod U1, okay, let's talk about prod U1. So prod U1 was given the prod role, right? And prod role was given dev role and QA role, and prod U1 was directly given security admin role also. Now this one, let's talk about dev 1. Dev 1 was given this dev role. Okay. It was given the security admin role also, and it was not given the QA role yet. Okay. Then if you talk about QA roles, QA U1. So see, it has just got the QA role and the security admin role also. Okay. So this is how you can visualize like which user has got which role and so on. So I hope this looks a little more clearer and clarifies your concepts. So that is why I was saying, if you do this exercise, and if you run that query and feed it to this website, you will see your own visualization of how it is looking. Okay, guys. So we'll stop here. Any questions? Okay, if not, then good. We will touch base next week and we will look into details of resource monitor and also query history. That will be the topic. Then after that, there'll be, I think, some two more topics on some other subjects. Let me see what are there. After resource monitor, it is, yeah, caching. Caching will be there. Then there will be micro partitioning also. And then after this, we will have the data loading start, where we can load data from external sources into our Snowflake. So yeah, one more weekend, and then the next weekend we will start data loading. So, okay, guys, thank you for your time, and I'll see you next week. Have a very good week ahead. And in case you have any doubts, feel free to ping me in the between the weeks. Also, please watch the recordings. I am feeling that you guys are not watching recordings. Okay, so otherwise you will not keep in touch with the concepts, because there's a 5 days gap in between, right? So even if one hour every day you watch, it's a 2 hour recording, right? So one hour, 4 hours including Saturday, Sunday. So even if one hour, if you watch, you will be able to remember or refresh the concepts. Okay, guys, thank you and good night and good evening to Shiva.
Thank you, Abdul. Same to you.
Yeah.